talk about some basics right here. If you want to be healthy, you want to live longer, you and I both advocate fasting and intermittent fasting. So I'm gonna give you my take on it, and I'm gonna let you take over and add some expertise to it. Okay. First and foremost, we as humans eat way too much, way too many calories, way too much sugar, way too much carbohydrates. You can agree or disagree with that or expound upon it. Way too much carbohydrates. And what that causes is your body, your organs are always responding to what you put in your belly, what gets into your gut, what gets into your bloodstream. Your pancreas has to create insulin to fight the sugar, which the carbohydrates turns into sugar and ends up in your bloodstream. So high levels of insulin have your body creates high levels of insulin to fight the sugar. If you're constantly eating sugar and carbohydrates and you have high levels of sugar, then you have constantly having high levels of insulin. High levels of insulin will lead to insulin insensitivity. It just gets catapult. So an easy solution to that, I'm not talking about people with type 1 diabetes or people.
Yeah, that's a different conversation.
Yeah, but this is just somewhat normal, healthy people is what I'm talking about. People, a large majority of us can correct all these health problems, including high blood pressure. I did it to myself by limiting your calories and eating better food. I think that Colby will agree that the simplest way, or what I did, we'll let him, you can dissect how I did it. I do not eat breakfast. I stretch that out to 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon before I eat my first meal. And if I'm being strict, or if I'm doing it the best, then I eat good quality whole foods for my first meal of the day. Very limited number of carbohydrates and zero sugars, lots of water, and then I eat one more time, maybe 6, 7 o'clock. If I do it right, that's the, yep. If I constrict my feeding window to, 4, 6, 8 hours at the most, and I eat good quality foods during that time, my body is resting and resetting, and it has very low insulin levels during that 16-hour window. So that's how I do it. What do you agree with, disagree with, or what can you add to it?
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, let's break it down to the first thing he said. You're not only fasting, but you're also not choosing to eat a cheeseburger when you break that fast, right? You're not putting these terrible, because a lot of people mistake it. And I see people all the time, these jacked up guys get on YouTube and they look phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. And they probably do have an amazing diet. They probably do have amazing exercise, but they get on there and they preach, you can have pizza and you can eat cheeseburgers on this diet. And I'm like, I'm sorry. That is still terrible, low quality food. So what you've already attributed to was, look, fasting is amazing, but it's not going to, take away from the fact that you still need to get good quality, nutrient dense food in our diets. And we miss a lot of that, right? Because we want fast food, we want quick, we want easy. So just know you can indulge a little bit more with intermittent fasting because your calories are still down, but you're not just going to be able to eat unlimited cheeseburgers and pizzas. So let's just kind of talk about it.